Well, good morning. We're back in Middle Earth, and we are at Candaith's camp at the foot of the Weather Hills, and off in that direction somewhere is Weathertop. So we skipped the whole ride here. I timed it. It took 6 minutes and 12 seconds. We didn't need to see all that. Although it is a funny ride because as you're going up on that stable ride, you look out and there are level 55 half orcs hanging around. So it's not exactly the ride you want to take just on your regular old mount. Because, well, 30, 40, 55, yeah, 25 levels over, you're not going to do anything. Alright, Mr. Candaith, hello.
What can I do for you?
Radagast the Brown. I have not seen him and know not of his passing, but there is cold and a shadow that has come to these lands of late. Okay.
How can I be of service?
Sheridan's word comes late to the Lonelands. If Radagast the Brown passed into these lands, then perhaps hope is not lost in this place. I have returned only recently from a journey in lands far to the east, lands held firmly in the grip of evil. When I returned from that journey, I learned to my dismay that evil does not stir in the east alone. Goblins now roam to the south, while their larger and more ferocious cousins among the orcs spread through the weather hills like a festering plague. I must find the main body of the orcs. If you will assist me in driving back the enemy in these hills, I will begin the search for Radagast the Brown. What say you? Alright, so he wants us to go kill some orcs. But he also wants us to do some other stuff.
What do you need?
These lands have become much darker in recent days. Since my time wandering in the eastern stretches of the Lonelands, a dark shadow has flocked down from the sky. Now they patrol the western lands as well as the east in search of something for their unseen masters. I speak of the Crebain, vile creatures with a gift of intelligence greater than they should possess. We must do what we can to thwart their efforts. Kill these vile birds and collect their eyes. It is the only way to ensure they cannot return the information that they have gathered to their masters. Okay, so I guess even a dead Crebain can transmit information to Sauron? That's kind of creepy.
How can I be of service?
To the south, over the hill, and through the vale that lay just beyond my camp, you must take care to avoid goblins. Their number has grown swiftly in recent days. Beyond them, a good distance south, you will find a road stretching east and west. This is the Great East Road. Follow it west towards Bree, and over a ruined bridge you will find a crumbling and nearly collapsed inn. The Forsaken Inn, as it's called. The owner therein and his workers and guests will likely need assistance, as this part of the world has changed greatly in recent weeks. Do not tell them I sent you, only offer your aid. They will likely and sorely need it. Alright, so that one we're going to wait on because that has us going to the Forsaken Inn, and we don't need to do that one just yet, because eventually we'll end up there anyway. So we are going after orcs and Crebain. Oh, and I finally got my hands on some food stuff, so I was able to work on my crafting. And we got a bunch of whole low-level foods here, as well as the ones that we bought on the AH that are higher level. But we're going to eat our way through that little stuff first. I also sorted the bags by food stuff that gives us fear resistance, poison resistance, wound resistance, disease resistance, and then we have our healing salves, we have our foods that give us vitality, we got 3 different foods that give us vitality and 1 that gives us will. So we are going to eat our way through this stuff. And if I remember right, there's also deeds associated with eating different foods. And of course we have our bag of potions. So I've organized everything nice and neatly to make things easier to find when I need it. And go down this way. Oh, hello, Mr. Orc. Goodbye, Mr. Orc. We got a big camp of orcs down here. Bunch of orcs down here. Yep, come here, boys. I want to try something out. Oh, it would help if I remember where I put that skill. Where did I put that skill? Not that one. Although that one's... Oh, right here. Armor of the Elements. Duh. Okay, come on. I want to get a couple of you together. Okay, that was fun. Excuse me. Get over here. Thank you. So we still need 3 ranged orcs. You're not ranged, but I'll take you anyway. That was fun. Try that more often. We still need a whole lot of crabane. Of course, I know where a few of those are. Not too worried about that. Oh, here's a ranged orc. And I guess that covered the orcs. But we're going to kill a few more. Because orcs give us reputation points with the Lonelands. And I didn't really need to kill this guy yet. Oh well, I ran into him. He's dead. And obviously, no lack of him here. There's usually a couple of them roaming around. Alright, let's go back up this way. We have all our orcs. And we're going to go... Oh, there we go. You see it up there? That is Weathertop. That is where we did the skirmish stand at Amansul. Which I believe Amansul is just the proper name for Weathertop. There's a crabane over here. And some rhubarb. We're going to grab that real quick. Alright. There's another crabane over there. Okay. We go up this way. There's usually a couple of them hanging out up here. Alright, and we have somebody else doing quests up here too. Which is probably why we're not finding as many Crabane as we would usually. Oh, I see a Crabane down there. Another white hand messenger. Okay. Another view of Weathertop. A pig, which we don't need right now. We will need him later because the bounties at the Forsaken Inn include gathering tusks and hides and stuff. Alright, so we got... Oh, there's another one. So we're up to 6 of 8. Nope, 7 of 8. We just need one more. Now, I have to admit, Lonelands is a little less well done than Bree-land or Lewin or the Shire. But it's a nice area. Definitely has a lot of quests in it. So we're going to be here for a little while too. I would like to see them update this area. I mean, if I had to choose between them updating the graphics in Bree-land, which they've already done some updating on, or updating Lonelands, I would really like to see them update Lonelands. I mean, the grasses look great. I like the little plant scatter. The mountains and the cliffs and the rock terrain, though, it definitely look dated. So, the trees look nice. Fairly realistic styling of these knotty... Well, they're not pines. Well, that's some sort of evergreen. Oh, I see a bird up here. Alright, so we finally got all our Crabane. Let's go back and talk to Candaith. Let's get this orc out of the way. So if you go into reputation and go to the Eglain. This is the reputation for Lonelands. It's called the Eglain. You can see we've already gotten 876 reputation just by killing some stuff. Still takes a while to get the rep you need. There's a pig. Oh man, look at those tusks. That's some big scary tusks. Alright.
What do you need?
Though it seems an ignoble task, I tell you plainly that this was necessary. The Crabane are spies for eyes from afar, and they seek some grand prize here. With all that I have seen in these lands as of late, I fear that there is some great wheel turning, and I can only hope that our part can slow its progress. Thank you for all you have done. Well, you're welcome.
Greetings.
I thank you, but my thanks are tempered with concern. I have never seen a force of orcs like this in Eriador before today, organized and well provisioned. They hold an encampment and an outlet within the Midgewater Pass, and bear a strange charge on their banners and shields, one that I have not seen before. Their numbers at the camp are great, but the day may come when we can drive them howling from the Lonelands. Not today, I fear, perhaps not so far off. There is another matter that demands our attention, an urgent matter. We will see to the destruction of their camp in the Midgewater Pass later.
How can I be of service?
As I began my search for Radagast near the Midgewater Pass, I witnessed an orc messenger depart in great haste. Quickly I followed, trailing him eastward along the shoulder of the hill and then south, but my search was interrupted. I could follow no further, for foul Kerbane circled above, and to be discovered would do greater injury to our work here than I can permit. Once again I must call upon your aid. The messenger likely carries with him orders to the outlying camps. If you can interrupt the messenger, we may learn the nature of these orders. So armed, we will be better equipped to deal with the orc threat. Search among the orc camps in Glomhollow, to the west, and return to me with the orders of the messenger surely possesses. I will seek sign of Radagast passing elsewhere. Alright. So, let's go find that orc messenger and kick his butt again and grab whatever he has to offer. Oh, and we have a convenient one right here. Just waiting for us to show up. And I have collected his orders. And because the Kerbane are a deed, I'll go ahead and kill that one. So I believe the deeds for, or the Slayer deeds for this area are the Kerbane, Orcs, Wights, Wargs, Spiders, and Bog creatures. I believe those are the 6 here. There might be a 7th, I'm not sure.
What do you need?
Oh, I forgot to read that one. So busy trying to think of deeds.
What do you need?
I would have easily evaded the orcs I pursued, were it not for the war master that traveled with them. Uzor, they called him, and gave him what respect that their kind reserved for their strongest and fiercest warriors. It is likely that Uzor returned to Elakrift within the Midgewater Pass, for that seemed to be his domain. He must be slain, and whatever orders were given him recovered. Ilakrift is northwest of here, on the northern eastern edge of the Midgewater Pass, surrounded by a shallow body of water. Sorry. Defeat War Master Uzor and look for a letter of some kind near his person. Return to me victorious, and we will discuss further what must be done. Bleakrift is likely to be a dangerous place. Be careful. I will continue my search for Radagast. The orcs took my bow from me, and while it would not be difficult to make a new one, I am loath to be parted from it. It is very dear to me, for it was passed down from my grandfather to my father, and from my father to me. One of War Master Uzor's archers has surely taken it for his own. Search the vicinity of the Midgewater Pass for archers bearing the mark of the White Hand. If you are truly brave, look to within... Is it Ilakrift? I think it might be Bleakrift to the northwest. I have seen many archers in that place from a fair distance, and one of them might have taken my bow as a spoil of war. So we have to go look for Candaith's bow.
Greetings.
While you trek within Bleakrift searching for Uzor, be on the lookout for lockboxes or anything that has the appearance of value that the orcs may have stolen. If my hunch of Radagast is correct, then they will prepare you well for this future and the possibility of dealing with a variety of people here in the Lonelands. I will say nothing more of them now, as they are private people and it is not for me to reveal their secrets. You will know what I speak of should you see them, but you keep your search centered around the Bleak Rift. Alright, so now we need to go and find this War Master Uzor. We need to find Candaith's bow, and we need to loot some orc lockboxes. Why not? They looted our stuff, we can loot theirs, right? And am I going the right way? I am. I think. I think we passed where we need to go down. Oh, we need to cross over here first. Okay. Oh, we might as well kill these Crebain while we're at it. We need 50 Crebain for the first part of the deed, so no small number of them. Yeah, you can see what I mean by the texture of the stone here. It's pretty flat. All they really have to do is make the texture mapping a little smaller so that it looks a little more dense, and it would probably help. The stones here are a little flat too. They actually look a lot better in a dwaif. Okay. So now we're going the right way. We have to go up here. And I think... Nope. Need to go a little further. Nope, a little further still. There is, somewhere around here, a place that cuts down to the area we need to go. Unless we've already passed it. I think we already passed it. The place where we can jump down. It's been a little while since I did Lonelands. That's not it. Nope. Probably would get stuck in there if we tried to do that. Ah, there. Down there. Alright, so we did pass it. And I believe that other person that was at the camp a little bit ago, the one that ran off, it's probably doing the same thing, considering the lack of mobs crossing that bit of stream. Oh, and look, we already collected Candaith's bow. Well, that was convenient. And we got wolves. We go down here. And in this hollow here, you see an orc camp. And it's Bleak Rift, okay. And how long does it take for that to... 3 minutes. Okay. So I think we're gonna save that armor bubble for times when we're facing bigger mobs than just this. And there's our bridge. Now I have to admit, the orc encampments here are pretty well done. I like these rope bridges and their wooden spiked gates, and they even have tents. Although I can't imagine that orcs really use tents to sleep in. They are using poison, so we're going to find the poison resistance there. Yes, I was very lucky to know somebody who was able to farm up some of the food I needed to get started with my cooking skill. It may not be the primary skill I'm looking to work on, but I like to be able to make a little food for myself. Especially since, as you might have seen, there's kind of a lack of food for sale on the auction house, unless it's like really high level stuff. I was lucky to find the steak and kidney pies. Yeah, look at this tent. I mean, that's pretty good looking. Okay, maybe they would whip together something like that. There's no entrance for this one. How the heck did they get in? The entrance in the back? I have no clue. Looks good, but without some sort of entrance, it's essentially useless. Okay, so this archer over here. This outrider up here. And come up towards the top, and there's our War Master. Man, he was trying to summon an orc to fight with him, but he was not in time to finish his casting. And we have collected all our battered lock boxes. We have collected our letter. We have collected Candaith's bow. So we have done everything that we needed to do here. So as you can see, we'll look at the camp from up top. All these nice rope bridges and pretty secure if you think about it, because anybody that's going to try to attack either has to come in from that little opening we came in through, down the waterway, which may or may not be the safest thing because, you know, waterfall and all, or down some cliff sides, and, well, they would be quickly and easily noticed. Makes you wonder if maybe orcs aren't as dumb as we think they are. So we could go down and around and all that stuff again, or we can just jump down right there, crack ourselves a little bit, but bypass the rest of the bridges, which means that path is still faster. And we're gonna kill, because orcs are deed. How many do we have to kill for the regular one? 60 of them. Which is better than what it used to be. Again, they did decrease the requirements for Slayer deeds a lot. See, wolves are not a Slayer deed. Bats are not a Slayer deed. Come back across here. I have to admit, the water here looks really good. Another little waterfall there. Lots of waterfalls. Alright, we're going to get on our horse. Oh, rich barrow iron. Yes, please. Okay. And that ash is still there. And go down and talk to Candaith again. Oh, well, excuse me. We'll go get the silver and then talk to Candaith. Alright. Alright, Mr. Candaith, we have done what you asked.
How can I be of service?
Thank you, my friend. The bow will yet slay many orcs before its time is ended. I thank you for its happy return. So we can either get some celebrant salves or Candaith's spare bow, which obviously he didn't want to use. We'll go with the salves. And that went in that bag, I believe. Yeah.
What do you need?
Yes, I think that these will do nicely. More on that in a short while, for there is much more to do about these arcs before I send you onward to the inhabitants of the Lonelands.
How can I be of service?
Another letter written in the black speech, and its meaning evades me as did that of its fellow. This one, however, bears the mark of the white hand. I must know what message this letter bears. This is not a task for you. I have finally discovered information on the whereabouts of Radagast, but there is something that you should see first. Alright.
How can I be of
As
service?
I was returning from the lands to the east, the night sky over Weathertop was lit by bright flashes of white light akin to lightning, yet no clouds darkened the sky. and of thunder there was no sound. Oh, did you see me doing my skirmish yesterday? I'm sorry. I think that no ordinary storm visited Amonsul that night. I ask you to search the ruins atop Weathertop and see if there is anything to find, my friend. If you find anything out of the ordinary, return to me immediately. Alright, so we're going to go investigate Weathertop. And if they haven't changed things too much, there should still be the quick and easy way to get up there. So, go up here, up this way. Used to be you had to go all the way around, but it's easier when you can just find a shortcut up. And this is Weathertop. And there's a few Kerbane hanging around here. We'll go ahead and take care of those real quick. And while we're here, there's something else we want to do. We're going to come over here. Come around this way. Oh, it won't let you come around from this way. Okay. I guess too many people have fallen off of Weathertop. Ah, here we go. Hello, Floyd. Hello, DeWitt. So this is a deed that spans several areas. You have to find where these two are hiding. And, hey, can I get some of that coffee, please? Thanks. And there's actually the Adventures of Floyd and DeWitt, the Further Adventures of Floyd and DeWitt, and there might now be a third one too. But you have to find them hidden in different areas. So that one takes a while because obviously, you know, you're not going to run out to really high level areas and look for them. You're going to wait until you're in those areas and try to find them. Now, we have found a rune rock, and we're going to take it back to Candaith. Probably not going to take it down quite that drastically. Let's take the path and not just throw ourselves off the cliff, shall we? And I think after we do that, we may pause for the day, because if I remember right, the next step is an instance retaking Weathertop. Alright, Candaith, I have returned, and I have found strange runes. Well, not strange to me, I'm a rune keeper, but you know.
How can I be of
Ah,
service?
you have found something. Let me see this rock rubbing you have made. The runes are common, but I do not know what they signify. I am afraid this does not tell me much of the lightning, but it tells me something of the source. Likely the same person responsible for sending you to me. Like I said, I was doing a skirmish up there yesterday. I might have left a few things behind. Sorry. So, you get your choice of doing this instance either solo
What do you need?
or in a fellowship. And I'll be honest, it's more fun doing it in a fellowship, even if you just have 2 people doing it. Because the end boss in the instance is actually stronger and harder, much harder to deal with. But since we're doing it alone, we are going to take the solo version. Does he have... Nope. Can't sell anything to him. Darn. Alright. And we have a few things to sort out when we get to Forsaken Inn. But that'll be next time after we do Retaking Weathertop. Until then, bye for now.